All right, class. So today we are going to be working on laws of exponents. This is page 10. So in the top corner, I need you to put Q4 because it's quarter 4. And underneath that, we're going to write page 10. Today's date is the 4th, May 4th. So that's 5/4/2021. Okay. 5/4/21. The title is Laws of Exponents. Laws of Exponents. Okay. The thing that we need to understand first before we can move into rules for exponents is we have to understand what an exponent is. Okay, super duper important that you know that when you're simplifying exponents, that's a faster way to multiply. Okay, so your exponents or simplifying exponents is a faster way to multiply. Okay, so simplifying exponents is a faster way to multiply. Just like multiplying is a faster way to add. Well, simplifying exponents is a faster way to multiply. Okay? So now we're going to define what an exponent is. Okay? We're going to define what an exponent is as well as a base. So we're going to do an example where we have 5 to the third power. Okay? This is how you're used to seeing exponents. Well, in this relationship, the 3 that's in the top right corner is called the exponent. The exponent, by definition, tells us how many times to multiply the base. The exponent tells us how many times to multiply the base times itself. Okay. The base, on the other hand, is this big number. Okay. The base is the number that's being multiplied in this base exponent relationship. Base, the number being multiplied. Base is the number being multiplied. So 5 to the third power is in exponent form. Five to the third power is in exponent form. When I simplify 5 to the third power by showing it in expanded form, or what this means, this is the same as saying 5 to the third power is the same as saying 5 times, I'm going to use the dot for multiplication, times 5 times 5. This is the expanded form. This is the expanded form. This is how you simplify. You say 5 times 5 times 5.
Now, a lot of you, when I was walking around yesterday, were doing 5 times 3. So the difference between that is either parentheses or a dot, 5.3, or 5 in parentheses with a 3 beside it when you have the 5 up there it means it's 5 times 5.
So 5 to the third power is the same as saying 5 times 5 times 5, not 5 times 3. It is not 5 times 3. It is 5 times 5 times 5. The simplified version of this, when we say 5 times 5, that's going to give us 25. And then 25 times 5 gives us what? 125. This is your answer simplified. So if they're looking for the exponent form, that's your answer written as an exponent. The expanded form is when you write it out completely. And the simplified form is when you completely solve the answer. You get one answer. Any questions about that? Okay. Now we're going to go into rules or laws of exponents. We're going to go into rules or laws of exponents. We are going to multiply exponents with like bases. That means the bases are going to be the same. This is the base. Okay. Leave a couple spaces. So I'm going to go back and write some up here. So I'm going to leave maybe 2 spaces. If I have 4 to the second power times another 4 to the fifth power, do you see how these bases are the same? Both exponents have the same base of 4. When the bases are the same, this is what this looks like. 4 to the second power is the same as saying 4 times 4. I'm going to bring down the times. And then 4 to the fifth power is the same, thank you, as saying 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay. This is the expanded form. Okay. So now this is the same as saying I'm multiplying 4 how many times total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 4 to the 7th power. And this is written in exponent form. And I want to leave my answer in exponent form. I don't want to simplify it completely. I could. But in many of these cases, they want to know the answer in exponent form. So I'm going to leave the answer in exponent form. The shortcut way of doing this, instead of writing it out in expanded form, the shorter way to do this is to add the exponents. So you have 4 as the same base, and you're going to add the exponents because 4 to the second power is written like this, 4 to the fifth power is written like this. 4 is being multiplied a total of 7 times. So the shortcut way of doing this, instead of writing in expanded form, is to just say 2 plus 5. 4 is being multiplied 2 times here. 4 is being multiplied 5 times here. So my answer, 4 is being multiplied a total of 7 times. This is the short way of doing that problem. Any questions about this? So super important. So we use our stars for super important stuff. When you multiply exponents with like bases, Really what you're doing is adding the exponents. Any questions? Okay. See if you can do this. Anyone still copying before I move? Okay. See if you can do this one. Okay. Let's do 5 to the 4th power times 5 to the 3rd power. Okay. Let's do 7 to the 6th power times 7 to the 8th power. Okay. See if you can do those. I'm going to pause for the calls. Okay, so here, this is saying we're multiplying 5. Avenel, we're multiplying 5 4 times here. And then 5 is being multiplied 3 times here. So 5 is being multiplied a total of how many times? Anybody? 7. So all you're doing is adding the exponents. So this is going to be 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. So this is your answer, 5 to the 7th power. Okay? Use the raise your hand tool if you got that right. All right, not bad. Okay, so let's look at this one. 7 is being multiplied 6 times, and then 7 is also being multiplied 8 times. So 7 is being multiplied a total of how many times? 6 plus 8 is what? 14. So it's going to be 7 to the 14th power. Let's try this one, number 3. You have 2 to the 8th power times 2 to the 4th power. Then number 4, you have 8 to the 11th power times 8. And we'll just leave it like that and see what you get. Pause for the call. All right, let's see what we have. See what we got. We have 2 is being multiplied 8 times here. Then 2 is being multiplied 4 times here. So to get your answer, when the bases are alike, you only do this when the bases are alike. You're going to add the exponents. So that's going to be 8 plus 4. What's 8 plus 4? 12. So this is my answer is going to be 2 to the 12th power. Okay. Let's look at number 4. This is 8's being multiplied 11 times here and then times 8. So the exponent that's automatically there if you don't see one is 1. Okay. So you're going to have 8, 11 plus 1. And this is going to be 8 to the 12th power as well. Any questions about that? All right. So let's do dividing. We did multiplying, so let's do dividing exponents. Dividing exponents with like bases. I'm going to leave a couple spaces right here so I can go back and write some stuff. I have 3 to the 6th power divided by 3 to the 2nd power. Okay? Look at how this works. You can pause for the calls and just watch what I'm doing and then copy, but make sure you understand, okay? On the top, I have 3 to the 6th power, so I write that completely out. That's going to be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, okay? Then I have 3 to the 2nd power on the bottom. That's 3 times 3. I write it twice. So on the top, I wrote 3 6 times. On the bottom, I wrote 3 2 times. Now I'm going to simplify. This is division. I have 3 divided by 3. Well, 3 divided by 3 is 1. So I'm going to put 1 here. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So I'm going to put 1 here. So then what I have on the top, what's left is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 threes. So this is 3 to the 4th power. And on the bottom, I have 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 is just 1. So my answer really is just 3 to the 4th power. This is my answer. The shortcut way to do this, look at it, is to subtract the exponents. So when you divide exponents with like bases, you subtract the exponents. So here you have 3. The top exponent is 6, so you put it first, 6 minus the bottom exponent. It's always top exponent minus bottom exponent. And that's going to give you 3 to the 4th power. Any questions about that? This is the short way of doing it. Okay. All right, so now let's try this one. Let's do this one. All right. Let's do 4 to the 5th power divided by 4 to the 2nd power. Okay. Now let's do this one. 6 to the 8th power divided by 6 to the 7th power. All right, let's see if we can do these. Pause for the cause. All right, so let's look at this. So here, what we do when the bases are alike, we subtract the exponents. So we're going to say 4. 5 is the top exponent, so it goes first. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. So this is my answer. 4 to the 3rd power. Let's do number 2. The bases are alike. 6 is the base. I'm going to subtract the exponents. This is 8 is on top minus 7. So this gives me 6 to the 1st power or just 6. Any questions about how I did those? All right. Let's do one more. We have a power of a power. This is an exponent raised to another exponent. Oh, and I forgot to put right here. Sorry, let's do the star. When you divide exponents with like bases, you're subtracting the exponents. Super important. You subtract the exponents. Put a star right there. When you're multiplying exponents with like bases, you add the exponents. When you divide exponents with like bases, you subtract the exponents. Okay. Now we're going to do power of a power. An exponent raised to another exponent. An exponent raised to another exponent. Avenel, this is super easy, babe. You could get this. Say again, babe. A power of a power.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm going to leave a little space right here so I can write. I have, let's do this one, 7 to the 5th power, and I'm also going to raise it to the 3rd power. So do you see how I have This is a power or exponent raised to another exponent. This is how you solve it. Okay? You're going to write 7 to the 5th power 3 times. So this is 7 to the 5th power times 7 to the 5th power times 7 to the 5th power. Okay. So if I write this in expanded form, I would write 7 5 times here, 5 times here, and 5 times here. That's going to be a total of how many times? 5 plus 5 plus 5. What does that give me? 5 plus 5 plus 5. That gives me 15. So that's 7 to the 15th power. The short way to do this, instead of writing it all the way out, the short way to do is when you have a power of a power, you multiply the exponents. So this, 7 to the 5th power, raised to the 3rd, what you do is you're going to say 5 times 3. And 5 times 3 is going to give you 15. So when you have a power raised to another power, you multiply the exponents. So I'm going to put a little star up here. Multiply the exponents. Multiply the exponents. Now you try. You have 4 to the 3rd power, and we're going to raise it to the 2nd power. Try this. You have 9 to the 8th power. Raise that to the 3rd. Then you have 8 to the 4th power, and raise that to the 5th. Pause for the call, see what you get there. All right, anybody? What did you get for number 1? What do you do there? Aiden? Very good. 4 to the 6th, because you said 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Excellent job, Abe. Number 2, Jordan? Very good, because you said 8 times the 3, so that's going to be 9 to the 24th power. Excellent job. Somebody different. Number 3, somebody at home. So here we have 4 times 5, which is 20. Okay. All right. Any questions about any of the ones that we have done? At this time, I need you to go and work on your Delta Math assignment. Get logged into Delta Math and work on your Delta Math assignment. Only do the laws of exponents with multiplication, division, and power of a power. Those are the ones that I need you to work on, okay? The other ones we'll get to on Thursday and Friday. All right. If you need to go back and rewatch the video, some of you need to do that because you wasn't listening that well. Please go back and watch the video, okay? All right.